exhilarating! Kids, don't try this at home. Yeah, I can see everything from up here. I can see the floor at least. Sup, I'm Max, and this is what it's like to skydive. Woo! I've never actually done this before. Woo! Yeah. Whew. Check this out. All right, so this sport may be too extreme for me. You start out on an airplane, right? And then you jump off and you start falling. I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. But at the right moment, you pull the cord and then bam, a parachute rescues you from certain doom. Boom, all right. So just imagine you're standing in the doorway of a perfectly good airplane. The only thing that keeps you from crashing to the ground is a parachute that you have to trust will open when you pull the cord. Would you have the guts to take that jump? There will be times in your life where you need to make a decision on trust. And what you want to have is confidence. Confidence is living like you believe what God says is true. And in today's story, you learn about 3 guys who had to take a big leap and trust that God would save them. I wonder if I could ever take a leap like that. I think I'll just stick with the stool for now. Oh yeah! Woo! Yeah! Awesome! Woo! Yeah!
The Bible isn't just a book of random stories. It's 66 different books that come together to tell one story. An incredible one about God's love for us. And now for an amazing story inspired by the book of Daniel, chapter 3.
King Nebuchadnezzar was king of the world, or at least of Babylon, which he thought was pretty much the same thing. King Neb took what he wanted when he wanted to. He gave orders and they were done. No one dared to tell him no.
No? No! Into the fearsome, fiery furnace with you!
Nebuchadnezzar attacked the land of Israel and took captives, and he chose the best and brightest from these captives to be his personal advisors, including a young man named Daniel and his 3 close friends.
Your answers are good, but your names are terrible. I'm calling you Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
God was with the 4 young men, and Nebuchadnezzar put them in charge of Babylon and the towns surrounding it.
You get to be mini-me's. Just do what I would do.
We'll do everything you say,
as long as it jives with what God says. God? Oh, I'm cool with the gods. No, God. One God. Just one God? Oh, you guys are funny men too.
So the 4 friends knew God was with them, and they followed the king's wishes until one day, Nebuchadnezzar came up with a harebrained scheme.
Build me a golden statue 90 feet tall. You're gonna have to smelt a lot of gold for that. Well, lucky I have a fantastic fiery furnace.
Once the enormous statue was set up in a plain near Babylon, Nebuchadnezzar ordered all of the rulers and officials to gather. Now, Daniel might have been on a journey, but Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were in the crowd. A messenger from the king issued, special instructions.
You will soon hear the sound of horns, flutes, zithers, lyres, harps, pipes, and all kinds of music.
What about cowbell?
When you hear the music, you must bow down and worship the golden statue.
Not cool, man. We only worship the one true God.
Anyone who fails to comply will be hurled into the ferocious, fiery furnace.
Within moments, the music began.
Needs more cowbell.
Every single person fell on their face in the dust to worship the statue. Everyone except Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Other officials took notice.
Check it out. Those Israelite dudes aren't bowing down.
Too good for this, huh?
We'll make them pay.
I think I just ate dirt.
The officials hurried to King Nebuchadnezzar.
Hey, King Neb, didn't you say everyone had to bow to the statue?
Yeah, or be tossed into the fatal fiery furnace?
Oh, that's right.
Well, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego said no.
They said no.
Yeah, you got noped.
Bring them here.
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were brought before the king.
Don't you serve my gods and worship the golden statue? I'll give you one more chance. If you stay standing to face the music instead of bowing down, you'll be thrown into the fanatical, fiery furnace.
We don't need another chance. Hey man, even if you fling us into a 500 Fahrenheit fiery furnace, our God can still save us. Yeah, and even if he doesn't, we won't bow down.
Huh? Are you saying no?
Yes.
You're saying yes?
Yes, we're saying no.
You said no.
You're getting noped.
Make the frenzied fiery furnace 7 times hotter. Tie them up and throw them in.
Soldiers grabbed the 3 friends, tied them up, and heaved them straight into the furnace.
The king peered into the flames.
That's what you get for noping me.
But then, he leapt to his feet.
Babylonian biscuits! Didn't we throw 3 men in the fire?
Yeah, 3 extra crispy Israelites.
But there are 4 men in the fire. They aren't tied up.
Yeah, well, ropes do burn, Your Majesty.
But the fire hasn't touched them. And the 4th man looks like a son of the gods.
Thunderstruck, the king approached the flames.
Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, come out. You who serve the Most High God, come here.
The 3 men walked right out of the fire unharmed. Everyone crowded around them.
Their hair isn't even scorched, or their robes.
I still think they should have to eat dirt.
May the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego be praised. They were willing to die in the fevered, fiery furnace rather than worship any god but their one true God. And he sent an angel to save them. No other god can do this. Can I get a yes? Yep.
Yes, man.
Yes. From now on, anyone who says anything against the one true God will be doomed and their homes turned to trash heaps.
King Nebuchadnezzar was so impressed with the 3 men, he gave them even higher positions of power, all because they chose to trust that God was still with them, even in the most difficult decision of their lives.
What are you afraid of? Are you afraid of riding a roller coaster? Are you afraid of being alone? Are you afraid of the dark? Or how about these? Are you afraid to stand up for someone who's getting picked on? Are you afraid to tell your friends when you're not allowed to watch a certain movie or play a certain video game? Are you afraid to make the right choice when others are making the wrong ones? Well, as we learn from the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, you don't have to be afraid of any of those situations, because God will be with you. He was with them in the middle of a fiery furnace, so you know he's gonna be with you, right? So think about that next time you're afraid. When you feel alone or you're in the dark, close your eyes and remind yourself that God is with you. When you need to stand up for what's right, even when no one else is, take a deep breath and take the plunge, because you know God is with you. You know God's strong and know nothing's impossible for him. So make the choice to lean on him for confidence. The one thing to remember today is this: trust that God is always with you. If I could do that, I wouldn't have to be afraid of doing this for real. All right, let's go. Woo! Yeah! Awesome! Now, let's try to parachute. Whew. Oh. Whew. I'm sure that this will work better in the actual sky.